Walk me through everything, but let's start from the beginning. How'd you get into this space?
Well, when I was 17 years old, my Uncle Gary, who still lives to this day, introduced me to a concept called passive income.
Okay.
And I said, "Oh, Uncle, what's that?"
Yeah.
He said, "Something that you do one time, but you get paid over and over again." I'm like, "Why am I trying to go to college? I want to know how to do that."
Gotcha.
And so while I was in college, I began to look at business models that generate a passive or residual income. One of them was real estate, because everybody and their mama actually had it, from Robert Kraft, Jerry Jones, all the billionaires actually had real estate in their portfolio. So I began buying real estate while I was in college. The first deal that I did, I made $3,500. And in college, that's big time. In college,
Sure.
you broke.
For sure.
College.
For sure.
Then I went from $3,500 to $10,000 to $26,000, and now $35 million worth of real estate. For me, business is always about solving someone's problem. Whenever you're buying a real estate transaction, the one thing I look at is, what's the pain point? Why you want to sell for? And typically, I like buying properties below wholesale. I never buy properties at retail. That didn't make sense to me at all, because I'm planning for the worst case scenario. Each and every deal that I actually acquire, I actually take home cash when I actually acquire it. Wow. Every single time.
If you wanted to know how successful real estate investors make money when they acquire real estate and not when they sell it, click on the link below or swipe up and download our free ebook, Distressed Property Investing. The blueprint is in the ebook. Stay blessed, holla at your partner, and download the ebook today.
Why they party? I'm in here grinding. Money I'm stacking. Why they rock diamonds? I can't relate to them, ain't my chick coming. I set a goal for me, 2 or 3 commas. 7 figures, 8 figures to 9 figures. On a slow pace to get rich quick. Same time we just think different. Cause when you make it, it hit different.
What it do, baby? It's your partner Dale back in the saddle again for another edition of the Countermove Podcast. Forgive me, guys. I'm doing 2 things at one time, so I'm not really good at that sometimes. So please forgive me, guys. But good to see you guys. I hope you guys had a phenomenal week. I know I did. It's been a very good week for your partner. But man, let's dive into this thing. If you could, before we begin, guys, do me a favor, if you don't mind, guys, because it's your partner. Do me a quick favor. Let me get to it. If you could share, like, and subscribe, guys. And I think you're gonna like what we're gonna talk about today. Now, there's a little button or a bell, depending on where you're at, for you to be able to hit on. Give me 1 second. Hold on, make sure I got this going on real fast. Nothing. I don't know what's going on with my phones, but it's all good, guys. Something's going on. Oh, 1 second, guys. My bad, y'all. I'm doing 2 things at one time, so forgive me. There it is. Okay, my bad, guys. Okay. Sorry, TikTok. Gotta go. Sorry about that, guys. I might have some technical difficulties on TikTok, but it's all good, guys. I'll come back. Don't worry about it. I got you guys. I know y'all get mad at me, but it's what it is. It is what it is. We'll be back. Anyways, guys, let's dive into this topic real fast, guys. Real fast. Now, it's been a very good week. A lot of news going on, and typically, I'm fairly heavy on the political realm, and we're going to talk politics today. We're going to talk about politics today, guys. We're going to go a little deeper, guys, on this one real quickly. Guys, let's talk about what's going on in the culture, guys, in that culture, baby. Hey, Paul Pierce and Dr. I think her name was Cheyenne Bryant. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name. Man, he kind of humiliated her on his podcast. And I think he may be right. We're going to dive into that with y'all. Number 2, y'all understand that the one big, beautiful bill passed, but is this bill a cheat code? And we're going to look at if it is. We're going to bring in an expert who's going to talk about that. One of my good friends is going to dive into that one. And lastly, guys, hey, And it's going to be a rap cultural debate between Bill O'Reilly and Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, y'all, it was pretty good. Stephen A. had some good points as well as Bill O'Reilly. We're going to talk about that thing. The whole thing about the rap culture on trial was Bill O'Reilly had some words about rap music, hip hop music. We're going to talk about that, guys. And then lastly, the former White House medical director, the doctor, pleads the fifth over and over again when it comes to talking about how Joe Biden's mind was while he was the president. And if he lied about some stuff, man, it's going to be spicy there, guys. We're going to invite in a constitutional attorney to talk about if he's in trouble at all, Joe Biden and or this former doctor. But guys, let's dive into this real quickly, guys, to this first topic. Man, Paul Pierce humiliates Dr. Cheyenne Bryant on his podcast. He asked her a question, guys, and it got a little spicy. And there's been a lot of people getting some commentary on this. So I said, you know what? I'll do it too, because it's me, guys. We're going to dive in this and we're going to see what's going on, all right? He asked her, man, about this here, man. Is she someone's side chick? What? Side chick? We finna see what's going down, baby. And I give you guys my commentary. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Like,
Happy?
You got a man?
I'm dating. I'm single, but I'm dating.
Single but dating?
I am
Something serious
dating.
more than other?
No, just dating.
We gotta change because she.
Hold on. Let me give you guys some context on Dr. Bryant. She goes on a lot of these podcasts and gives relationship advice or to men and to women and really marital advice, right? So she's single, not married, but giving relationship advice to other people. They're singles and also married, but let's get into it. So that's why the question from Paul Pierce is, are you married? And she said, no, I'm single. She's dating some people. Let's get into it.
Therapy and us.
Yeah.
We gotta make this about her now.
Right. You kind of therapizing us.
Yeah.
Paul's like, I want my woman to mommy me.
Hold on, like, hold on, what's going on with you? This is about you. You didn't flip the script on us. We over here.
Reverse Uno.
Man, you sure did.
But it was good. It was insightful.
No, we need to find out about what's going on with her. She dating, single.
dating.
What do that entail for a 42-year-old?
I am dating.
Dating but single.
Enjoying my life. I have really good companions.
How many are you dating right now?
I'm not exclusively committed to anyone, but I have one guy that I have dated
she's
off and
stuttering
on
now. We
for
got
5
her.
years.
Off and on.
We've dated for 5 years off and
So
on.
you was his work for 5 years?
Oh, wow.
You been his work? You still his work?
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hold up.
I
Wait a minute.
know what's going on now. I'm about to, we're going to take this sheep clothing off.
Sheep
The
clothing.
wolf teeth coming out. No, we
He
have
was somebody's work for 5 years.
Wow.
we have been each other's companion for 5 years, and yeah, I have spent the block for 5 years, and it's the truth. And
Yeah.
he doesn't like it. He's absolutely correct. He feels like
So she's saying that she's been dating around, not committed to anyone. Okay, so that's all good. But she's been kind of committed to one person, but not really committed to one person. And they've been dating for 5 years, and she won't commit to him. Let's unpack it a little bit more.
I haven't provided.
Oh, he your work.
We working together. We working together.
But you keeping him at bay.
Yeah. Okay.
Or is he keeping you at
He
bay?
wants a relationship. He
And
wants to
you
be
don't.
committed.
You just like the sex.
Oh.
Oh,
Let's keep it 100.
Hey.
How you keep somebody for 5 years? That's like for real. You can't keep nobody at a distance for 5 years. I ain't never done no shit like that.
I am not vitamin D deficient,
No,
so
don't try
everything
to
is
show.
good in
No,
that
no,
department.
No.
So what she's saying is, when she says she's not vitamin D deficient, she's having sex with him and most likely other people as well. So it seems to be the guy that she's been off and on dating for 5 years. He wants an exclusive relationship. She's not willing to be exclusive with him. But I've seen commentary of her really going in on athletes about being exclusive, emotions, things of that nature, how to have a good relationship. But when it comes to her and her relationship, she won't commit. The question I have is, why won't she commit to this young man?
He
It's
wants a
kept him at bay. She done
relationship.
kept him on the side until she figured out if it's something better. I see where this is going.
He just has some emotional maturity that he had to do. We're 9 years apart. He's 9 years younger than me. And so we both had to work through things, but he's had to work on his emotions and his intense insecurities around being in a
And
relationship.
you've been waiting on it. Like what's the problem? Why y'all not together?
So notice how she began talking about that he has insecurities. He has some emotional problems. But she doesn't say anything about her. She mentioned herself a little bit, but spent the lion's share talking about this young man's emotional issues. But she's the one not wanting to commit. Got it. Okay.
Just because of that,
So you waiting on that?
No, I'm not waiting on it.
Okay, but we're doing.
And I don't have him waiting.
Oh, what we doing then?
So the D is good.
Oh,
Let's keep it. I mean, that's it's like,
You know what?
dude, let's
He
keep
put
it
on
100.
his red pajamas and feel like he's supposed to get spicy tonight.
This is clear.
Oh my
I know her.
God.
She from Long Beach.
I'm
Don't try to come
You
with
have a problem.
the suit jacket,
Yeah,
the
man,
boots. You still
Talk to her.
and
Talk to her.
the
Let her
glow.
know.
You know what I mean?
You still
Yeah.
from Long Beach.
I'm still-
And I'm from Inglewood. I
Yeah.
can see that.
I am from San Pedro, a small
Man,
community
nah,
in the
same
city of
thing.
Los Angeles.
I can see
Okay.
through all of that.
Yes, he has great qualities.
Mm-hmm.
He does well in all that he does with me. He just
That ain't what
emotionally
I asked you.
is.
I asked you about his job and all that.
He does well in all areas.
What's
Okay, she
going on?
answered that. He
No,
does
she
well in
did.
all areas.
Emotionally,
Well, I don't know. That's a broad question. What
Sure is.
all
Paul,
areas?
you're a
What?
man, so you answer this question.
See,
Emotionally,
see,
he goes.
see, right there. How she changed, how she turned it around, and now it's going to make it about Paul Pierce. It is very clear that the man that she's talking about wants an exclusive relationship with Dr. Bryant, but she's not willing to commit. And what she's saying is it's because of his emotions. Like, what that mean? What does that actually mean? Is his emotions? It seems to be that you're hesitant to commit to him, but he wants to commit to you. So the problem is not him, for what I can hear you saying, it's you. You don't want the commitment, Dr. Bryant, not this young man. He's made it very clear. It's what you're saying on Paul Pierce's podcast. He wants an exclusivity type of relationship, and you don't want it. It seems like you are really enjoying playing with the dude. You're enjoying going out there and dating multiple men. Let's keep it a band. Let's keep it 1,000 here. We gotta stop this. Stop this. And you just said that he didn't like it. He wants you to himself, but you're not willing to commit to him. The question is, why? Maybe it's time for you, Dr. Bryant, I don't know you personally, to do some soul searching yourself. Because you've been doing a lot of talking on other podcasts, and okay, great, no problem. Keep doing what you do. Do your thing, baby. Do your thing. I ain't mad at you at all. But what I'm saying is this here: this young man wants an exclusive relationship with you, and you keep saying no. But you're sleeping around though. Let's keep it going.
Goes back and forth from I love you, I want to be with you, I'm mad because you won't be with me, you won't commit to me.
Okay.
And then his insecurities get the best of him. And it's like, I want you, but I'm not sure if I deserve you. I'm not sure that I can facilitate you. I'm not sure that I can be with you. So when I say emotionally instability, it's like him wanting to be with me is concrete. That's not unstable. His emotions in the relationship are just unstable to where as a man, you gotta get vertical within yourself before you can be in a
Doc, you
relationship.
good with these
And
words.
Stop right there. See, this is. I don't know a person, but it sounds like it's somebody that's falling in love with their own opinion. Okay, it's clear this man has emotions, and she knows he does. He's made it very clear that he wants to be with her. Now, watch this. When she won't commit to him, this young man begins to doubt himself and said, well, am I not good enough for her? Men have emotions too. Okay? We're not someone's plaything. We have emotions too. We're logical and we have emotions at the exact same time. It seems to be that this young man wants to be all in, but she does not. And it seems that she's playing with his emotions and how she may be hiding her insecurities. She keeps focusing just on him and projecting her insecurities onto him because she's the one that does not want to commit, not him. The question is, Dr. Bryant, why won't you commit? Why won't you? You keep saying he's not emotionally ready. What'd that look like? What does it look like? What's the standard? When you say I do or get married to somebody, you're not emotionally ready. You're not logically ready because the two become one. You are marrying somebody, right? This is what I say. Marriage is about two people that suck trying to come together and suck less together. That's all marriage is. It's all marriage is. So there's no perfect time to get married. No. It's not going to happen. It's not. So again, it seems like there's a lot of projecting going on from Dr. Bryant. So good doctor, it may be time for you to lay down on the couch and let someone talk to you about your insecurity. There's a history behind this non-commitment that you have for this young man. It could be you don't like him. Cool. Drop him off. Let him know. But it seems to be like you are liking the freedom of being able to date other men while having this young man chase after you. I don't know. Let's keep going.
him.
You good with these words.
Listen,
because
but
you
let me
giving
say
all
this.
these people advice.
Let me say this,
wow,
Paul. He has every right to feel like what I've been doing as far as being in a relationship with him when I want to and is not something that gives him stability.
Okay.
However, I don't want to commit to a relationship with a man who I feel emotionally is not in a place of being able to be in a healthy relationship.
Trash, horse manure, garbage. No, ma'am. You just told on yourself. You just confirmed what I just said. You projecting your insecurities onto that young man. No, you have the commitment issues, not him. This is on you, Dr. Brian. Trash. Horse manure. No, ma'am. And no degree, no soliloquy of words, no podcast is going to hide this. You have a commitment problem. The question is, why? It's not him, it's you. Does he have some emotional problems, issues? Potentially, yes. There's a history behind his emotions. Oh my God, how can I go a little deeper, guys? What you're doing when it comes to him saying that he has emotional issues he has to unpack, you are not honoring where he came from. While at the exact same time want him to honor where you are coming from, your history. Let me say that again. You are dishonoring his history, what made him what he is today, but at the exact same time demanding that he honor your history. Trash. No, you're not ready for commitment. Just tell him that. Just tell him. Why are you afraid to tell him that, Dr. Brian? Why? Just tell him. Hey, I'm not ready for commitment. I really am enjoying my time right now. I don't want to commit to anybody right now exclusively. Cool, let him know. But you won't let him know. Why? Why? Let's keep going, guys.
So why are you messing with him?
Thank
Why are
you.
you playing mental games with
Talk
me?
to
I'm
me.
not playing mental
That's
games with
you are.
him.
mental games.
It's not mental games.
you are.
It's
Why you
all
still-
transparency.
Why is it still sex involved?
How do you know we sexing?
Here we go.
We could
Here we
just
go.
be having a
Because you from Long Beach, I know.
Oh,
Come on. She said she's not playing mental games at all. I'm not playing mental games. Yes, you are. Question: if it's not mental games, why won't you tell him either you want to commit to him or you do not? Tell him. Tell him. Why would you do that? I don't know. Let's keep going.
You can't play me.
We
I'm
could
from
not be
I'm
doing
from the
the
wood.
do.
I know what's going on.
But let me say this: it is transparent.
It's not.
He understands. I understand.
No, you don't.
I understand what he wants. He understands why I don't want to commit at this moment with
No, you
him,
don't.
which is the emotional piece that him and I talk about openly.
See right there. Do you see what she just did? She said she puts the blame on him for her not want to commit. That's trash. You're looking at a child right now on the camera. She's a child. What children do is they don't own anything. They blame others for their problems. That's what children do. This is a child, respectfully. This is a child. When will you own the reason why you don't want to commit instead of pointing to his emotions and really devaluing him? Him? What? Really? And brother, man, I don't know if you know. You don't know me from Adam and Eve, brother. Why you let this woman, brother, devalue you this way, man? Man, I know she look good. I know she fine, big dog. I know she fine. But bruh, man, what's the saying? You can't turn a woman that doesn't want to be married into a housewife. I'm keeping the PG. It's another word that they don't want to use. All I'm saying, guys, is she is projecting her insecurities onto another man. This is sad. And she knows it. I believe she knows it. Because when Paul Pierce was asking these questions, she got real nervous. Let's keep it going. We almost done.
I support him in it. I hold space for him in it.
No, you don't.
We've talked about it intensively,
No, you don't.
and he understands it. And he's
No, you didn't.
Come here.
No, you
That's
didn't.
Sit. All right, let him off the leash. Go ahead.
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh,
Right.
shit.
Come here.
Well, you know what? If that's what I'm doing,
Yeah.
I'll say this, and people gonna be mad. And I'm okay. If I'm doing what Paul said,
Come here.
I'd much rather be the one walking you at the dog part than the one on the leash. If that's true.
That's
So
exactly.
that means, to my point, at 42, I'm not opt out.
Rocky Rob.
We are not opt out. Okay, we have options, and we are not on the leash. We can actually be the one holding the leash. It's all about your standards. It's all about you understanding who you are and you standing in and on your square and you doubling down on that. Pure.
So, guys, man, Holy Ghost. You're seeing a woman that's afraid to be hurt. That's why she won't commit. Something happened in her past that led her to be afraid of being hurt. Well, how? She just said it about she wanted to be the one actually walking the dog on the leash. If that was not what you were doing at all, Dr. Bryant, why not say that's not what I'm doing? She said, I want options. She said, I want options. That's what she said. Okay, you want options. Guys, run from this. This is a type of mentality that's going to wound you deeply. Women, my sisters, women at whole, don't follow this counsel. It's going to lead to destruction every time because, let me tell you why, because of the fact that it's all about her. Everything about the relationship is all about her. There's no service. There's no, let me see what you need. There's no needs being met. There's no cost for her. There's a cost for love. There's a cost for your relationship. When you say I do, you put your spouse's needs, wants, and desires before yours. That's for the husband and the wife. This type of mentality, run from this. This leads to destruction. Because she's running from a hurt. I know she is. People that are afraid to commit or are running from a hurt. They haven't dealt with a traumatic event, no matter what it was in the past. It's real simple. It's not hard, guys. Paul Pilser's spot on. He exposed her. He exposed her. He really did. Now, there'll be some men, because they're so enamored by what she looks like, they'll say, I'll deal with that just as long as they get the draws. That type of mentality, that leads to destruction. And to be real talk, you deserve to be used. I said it. Because what? You're using her. You see how this dog eat dog thing works? Right? When you come into a relationship and it's all about you, you're going to wound the other person. Why not be by yourself? You don't care about the other person because everything's about you. Everything. So yes, he's 42, single. And to be honest with you, if put like this, a woman at her core wants to be led by a leader. So if a woman is not submitting to your leadership, it's because you suck as a leader. Women, men, we are our whole demeanor is to protect, right? We love to protect. We're warriors. We go out and make the money and come back to the house. You know what I'm saying? We're protectors. So when we go out to the world and fight our battles in the world, we want to come back home to a peaceful place. If the house ain't peaceful, don't be surprised if the man retreats to just begins to stonewall you, because silence is his biggest asset. Because he's around chaos outside of his castle and chaos in his castle. So what's a safe place? Silence. Stonewalling. A silent man is a dangerous man. Because he's retreating. Does that make some sense, guys? Man, really I'm praying for Dr. Bryant. I pray that I pray that she becomes wiser. Because she's really, really ruining it. She's really, really not doing a good job at all with this young man. She really isn't at all. And to be honest with you, it's all about her. And to be honest with you, that young man, he's obviously cool with it. So if that's the case, big dog, it's on you. But right now, both you and Dr. Bryant are wounding one another. And if you are blessed to find that one, it's going to be a lot of baggage to go into that marriage. A lot of baggage. But guys, I digress. Praying for Dr. Bryant. Yes, Dr. Bryant, you are a side chick. Because you won't commit. And I believe you enjoy being a side chick. Because that means there's no commitment. You're a side chick. So begin giving side chick counsel, not relationship counsel, because your relationship counsel sucks. It's trash. Horrid. That, based on what I'm saying, look at your life. Ain't talking about your money, ain't talking about your fame. Right now, success may be crushing you. Oh, I said it. Right now, success may be crushing you and you can't see it. That's a dangerous place to be in. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. My God. Anyway, guys. All right, guys. I digress, guys. Let's go to the next topic, guys. Man, I may begin doing some relationship stuff more often. That was kind of fun. All right, guys. Next, guys. Yo, Trump's one big beautiful bill is a cheat code. What you say, Chuck? Man, you know I had to bring in my partner, my mans, and them. I call them Matty Ice, baby. That's what I call them. Mike's going to dive into how this is a cheat code, not for employees, but for entrepreneurs, 1099 workers. What? Check it out. Let's go.
So how can you support a guy like President Donald Trump?
The president has returned to the U.S. This from just moments.
That's a question people ask me all the time, and I get it. Politics are highly personal. But let me hit you with something personal too. I've been both rich, I've been broke under both Republican and Democrat presidents.
Sure.
And I can tell you right now, what happens in a White House doesn't matter nearly as much as what you do in your house.
Okay.
Because what if Trump's economic policies are now helping the average person than the very people who hated him the most?
Yeah.
Like for my own mother, she was anti-Trump, period. But when I showed up and told her about the OBB bill, the one big beautiful bill, senior tax deduction, and told her that the RAV4 that she owns cannot be traded in for a US-made Lexus SUV with self-park and all the features that all the car loans that she would acquire with that could now be tax deducted, well, she perked up. She said, what? Trump did that? Now she wants a Lexus RX 350, fully loaded. Because this isn't about politics anymore. This is about stewardship. The one big beautiful bill is flipping the financial script on everybody. And if you know how to use it, well, God bless you. But if you're relying on your next paycheck, you're losing.
Yeah.
If you don't own anything, you're taxed the hardest.
Yes.
This bill makes the strongest case ever why every American should own a home, why they should drive American,
Yes.
and why they should start a side business. How? Let's get started. In 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Who are we? Hey, 7-figure squad. What we go? Run it up, run it up.
What's cracking, everyone? Money Smart Guy Matt Sapala here, hailing to you from Dallas, Texas. And let's get into this one big, beautiful bill. And what are the opportunities? Number one, bigger state deduction equals less taxes. Wait, I thought tax cuts were only for the rich.
Listen, close.
Well, actually, this helps the middle class the most.
So does.
The standard deduction jumps up to $14,000 for individuals. And if you're married, $28,000.
Wow.
Now, more of your income, it's protected from federal income tax.
What?
And speaking of keeping more of what you earn, I'm packing this in full at my next event, Cigars, Wealth, and Whiskey, August
Never
20th, here in Dallas, Texas.
I'll be there.
We've got Marlon Wayans in the building, and this isn't just a business mixer. It's an upscale mastermind for entrepreneurs, influencers, creators, investors, and kingdom-minded leaders. Now, if that's you, link in the bottom, buy your ticket on Social Security. Now, did Trump really give seniors something that they would like? Yes, and it's more than just a talking point. Seniors 65 and above get a $6,000 bonus deduction if single, or $12,000 if married, filing jointly on top of their standard deduction. But this is in addition to the standard deduction of $14,000 for individuals or $28,000 for married couples. So this phases out over $150,000 income for a single person or $250,000 for a joint couple over 65 years old. Now here's a quick case study. A retired couple, both 70 years old, earning $80,000 a year, including Social Security. Now they qualify for both the $28,000 standard deduction and now the $12,000 senior deduction.
Correct.
That's $40,000 in total deductions, cutting their taxable income in half.
Now that is huge for middle class individuals. That is huge. Again, man. The one thing about the middle class is I think the middle class should understand how taxes actually work. The tax code, literally, it's called a tax code. Those who know the code know how to take advantage of the codes, right? The tax code is not a politician telling you that these taxes are for the rich. That is a talking point, not a tax code. You say, really? Where at? Tell me where it's at. You got passive income, portfolio income, earned income. Those three, and earned income. So passive income, portfolio income, earned income, and I'm forgetting the other one, guys. I'm sorry, guys, about that. There's 3 or 4 different incomes, right? Look it up. All I'm saying is the highest taxed out of all those incomes is earned income. What this tax code does is it rewards the earned income earners. It rewards them. And he's beginning talking about Social Security, right? About down time, right? Let's keep going.
They're only taxed on $40,000 instead of the $80,000. Now that's real protection for those living on fixed income.
Sure is.
Number 3, SALT deduction raised to $40,000. Didn't Republicans hate high tax states? Well, then this is why Trump is helping them out? Well, SALT stands for state and local taxes. Now, this bill raised the deduction cap from $10,000 to $40,000.
Yeah.
Now, here's a quick case study. A California couple earning $180,000, paying $15,000 in state income tax and $12,000 in property tax. But now they can deduct $27,000 instead of just $10,000.
Wow.
That's over $4,000 in tax savings. Number 4, MAGA accounts for newborns. Wait, the government is giving babies investment accounts?
What?
That's correct. Kids born between 2024 and 2028 get a $1,000 seed deposit into what we call a MAGA account. Parents can add up to $5,000 per year, tax deferred.
Wow.
Now, this money can be used for college, a first home, or even starting a business.
Wow.
Now, the withdrawals is not taxed as ordinary income. It's taxed as capital gains, not ordinary income. So here's an example. If a parent adds $4,000 a year to this account and earns just 5% compounding interest a year for 18 years, that mega account grows to $139,000.
Wow.
That's generational wealth building. Number 5, car loan interest deduction is back. Wait,
Wow.
Didn't Reagan kill us in 1986? And now Trump is bringing it back? Yes, let's take it back for a moment. Before 1986, Americans could deduct interest on nearly all types of personal loans.
Sure could.
Car loans, credit cards, personal lines, even if it wasn't for business use. Now, you bought a car back in the day, you financed the couch, you used a credit card, you got a tax break. Then came the Tax Reform Act of 1986, signed by President Reagan. It introduced Internal Revenue Code Section 163, Chapter H, which eliminated deductions for personal interest. Now, that one move, it wiped out decades of tax breaks for the average American. But now, Trump's one big beautiful bill brings part of it back.
Yes.
If you finance a U.S. assembled vehicle from 2025 to 2028, you can deduct up to $10,000 a year
Wow.
in loan interest.
Wow.
So if you make over $100,000 or $200,000, joint income tax filers. No business for you to establish or required for you to establish.
Wow.
Just the right car and just the right timing.
Wow.
Now, quick side note for my life insurance buffs and retirement planning buffs. Let's talk DEFRA, Deficit and Fiscal Responsibility Act.
So he goes into more details, guys. And I'm not gonna play the entire video, but that's my boy Matt Zapala. All of these tax deductions are for the middle class. I thought these tax cuts were for the wealthy. I'm confused. And guys, the wealthy, we have accountants that actually know the tax code. Yes, we do. So you see how it's a talking point, right? This one big beautiful bill, what he was talking about, those points, right? Those 4 or 5 points, those are all benefits for the middle class. Just saying. And right, and he hadn't gone into the information concerning business yet. So let's go into business real fast, okay? Because we're about business now. Let's transfer over from employee income now over to business. Here we go.
Of 1984, Congress cracked down on life insurance tax shelters, but instead of destroying the industry, they passed DEFRA, which included Section 7702. Sounds familiar? That move protected the tax advantages of life insurance and saved the insurance industry by setting clear boundaries of what the definition of life insurance is. The One Big Beautiful Bill is doing the same thing, rewriting the rules, but creating opportunity for those who are informed and prepared for what's in it.
Correct.
Where will you stand? Number 6, pass-through deduction extended. So W-2 employees are still paying more than business owners on net income? Correct. LLCs, S-Corps, and 1099 independent contractors keep their 20% deduction through 2035. Here's a case study.
Here we go.
You're in $120,000 as a sole proprietor or 1099 independent contractor. You get $24,000 deduction, only pay tax on $96,000 of income.
Wow.
That's $5,000 to $7,000 saved, bam, instantly. Now, imagine staying as a W-2 employee and you're earning $120,000. That whole $120,000 is now exposed to federal income tax.
Correct.
This right here inspires entrepreneurship for people to start a side business, a side hustle.
see.
More people now are betting on themselves, or at least considering it. More small businesses equal what? More jobs.
Correct.
More jobs equals what? Less dependency on government.
Correct.
And more power in the hands of the American people.
Correct.
Now, ever wish you could pick my brain for 5 minutes?
So
well, now you can.
So Here is what I want you guys to see with Matt. Matt did a phenomenal job talking about the benefits for the middle class, the W-2 worker, right, and the entrepreneur. All of the points you talked about benefit both of those parties, right? So again, I gotta ask, how does this benefit the wealthy? I'm confused. Help me understand. It doesn't. So what I'm saying here, guys, is this here is if you are an entrepreneur or a wantrepreneur that want to begin that, now is the greatest time in history to begin that journey. Right now. Right now. Entrepreneur. Go get it. Why not? Why not you? Why not? Guys, like for instance, me being a real estate development private equity finance guys, this is the greatest time for me to buy real estate. So what I do is I give away I'm giving away a free ebook. It's free. Why? Man, tomorrow in the Real Estate Live, we're gonna go deep into why this is such a great time to buy distressed properties. And I'm seeing it right now as you speak. Right now. But anyways, guys, scan on the QR code. Get the free ebook. It's free. Begin your entrepreneurship right now. And I always say, earn while you learn. Earn while you learn. Why not? The tax code is benefiting you more, right? It's becoming easier for you to create generational wealth. Go do it. Unless you're scared. Why are you scared for? Why not? Why not? Why not you? Why not? Why not? Again, scan the QR code, guys, or click on the link below and go download the ebook. It is free. I want it from you. I want to give you the information. Give it to you. No strings attached. Just give it to you. That's it. All right, guys. Great. Love the bill. Now, there's some trash in the bill because you're dealing with people. But we're talking about the good parts about the bill right now. Okay? I want to keep it 1,000 with you. All right, guys? But again, now is the time for you to begin to really invest in real estate, network marketing, some type of side, something. Begin it now, because taxes will continue to go up, and I'm talking about that stealth tax called inflation. It's here to stay, ain't going nowhere. It's continuously eating up your bottom line because you're saving an asset, a dollar bill, that's losing its value. That's called being asinine, not very wise. So again, now is the greatest time for you to begin some type of side hustle. Hi, my name is Liddell Buggs. Mastering the strategy of locating distressed properties has allowed for me to own about $35 million worth of real estate currently right now. We're talking about new construction, single-family residences, commercial properties, and apartment complex. You name it, I own it. Now, I know you're asking, what does this got to do with you? I'm glad you actually asked. One of the most common questions that I receive when it comes to real estate investing is that they say, Liddell, what is the best strategy I should use when it comes to executing a good investment strategy in real estate? Should I buy and hold? Should I buy and flip? Or should I do a rental scenario? My answer to that question is, why not do all three? But the good thing about it is the investor that masters the art of locating distressed properties will know exactly how and what strategy is the most wisest in that situation. That's the key to this whole thing. If you wanted to know how successful real estate investors make money with their acquiring real estate and not when they sell it, click on the link below or swipe up and download our free ebook, Distressed Property Investing. The blueprint is in the ebook. Stay blessed, holler at your partner, and download the ebook today. All right, guys, we're back, guys. Now let's dive back into another topic, guys. Man, Bill O'Reilly and Stephen A. Smith talked about rap, hip-hop music, and kind of put it on trial. Bill O'Reilly was talking kind of bad about hip-hop music, and Stephen A. Smith countered that with another form of music, right? And I'd say both of them were correct. Let's dive in this real quickly and see how this goes. All right, let's get it in. Here we go.
Joining us from L.A., my pal Stephen A. Smith, sitting right in front of a house he just bought. How's it? Nah, I'm giving you some jazz. Okay, look, I'm a simple man, as you know. And I believe that this hip hop stuff, it teaches disrespect and encourages it. Bad language, don't even wear no condoms, you know, all of that stuff. And kids as young as what, 10, 11, 12, listen to this. Instead of me listening to Four Tops and the Temptations and Smokey Robinson, all these people, they're listening to this. And I think that the level of disrespect among younger people has risen because of this kind of stuff. Am I wrong?
I'm in no position to say definitively, Bill, that you're wrong. Where I was pushing back on you is when you talked about hip hop as if hip hop are the originators of all of this. When we talk about disrespect, when we talk about some of the lyrics that are spewed, and I'm like, if you listen to rock music, have you listened to heavy metal music? Have you listened to some of this stuff spanning decades? Have you seen people worshiping the devil, engaging in Satanism, preaching about violence and whatever? I mean, we've seen all of this in the past, and that had nothing to do with hip hop. So when you came out on Cuomo's show and you talked about hip hop, it's one thing to say that you don't like it, but it was almost as if you isolated your opinion to that, as opposed to really embracing what really has been happening with the music industry, with Hollywood, and some of the things that they've been perpetuating and disseminating for decades, long even before hip hop came along. That was my issue.
But I don't do the justify bad behavior by pointing to other bad behavior. And you're absolutely right. I mean, a lot of this rock stuff is garbage. But this hip hop industry is directed at not just African American children, but children, many of whom are marginalized. They don't have people in the house, father in the house. Look, I wouldn't let my kids listen to Megan Thee Stallion and Florilla or whatever his name is. That could not come into my house. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Okay.
You're wrong if you're saying them. I would say to you, there's certain songs I'm not going to allow you to listen to. Like, for example, the artists that I grew up listening to, whether it was Run DMC, it was KRS-One, it was Eric B. and Rakim, Public Enemy, et cetera, et cetera. It's in this day and age, whether it's Eminem, it's Jay-Z, it's Nas, who's been around forever, along with a plethora of others. There's some songs I wouldn't allow my kids to listen to. There are other songs I don't mind. It all depends on a particular song and the particular lyrics that are being spewed, as opposed to me denigrating an artist because of a particular song. That's what I'm saying to you.
Okay, but remember, the unbelievable amount of African American children who are living without a father.
Now, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I was a hip hop fan. I was a Tupac fan, Scarface, 8-Ball, MJG, Ludacris, Busta Rhymes. I really wasn't a Jay-Z fan. I really was not. I'm just sorry. I wasn't a Nas fan as well. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. You know what I'm talking about? Outkast. You know, that good. But I ain't gonna lie to you. So I've been listening to it, probably not, because it was a lot of curse words and talking bad about women and calling them names. And so I get Bill's point, but I also get Stephen A's point, what he's saying, yo, all of this vitriol about hip hop. Okay, what about rock? People worshiping Satan and doing some strange things out in the open. There was nothing said about that from the master standpoint at all. So both have issues. Sure do.
It is a problem that this country has never seen at this level. You give those kids role models who are using the F word every 2 seconds. We've got tattoos all over them, who can't speak proper English, and you're saying that this is what is going to be imitated. Look, Willie Mays was my idol growing up, All right. There couldn't have been a better idol for me than Willie Mays. Just couldn't have been. All right. And he drove me to play baseball for 15 consecutive years. And then I went over to the turn on WABC AM radio to listen to all of these black artists whose music was uplifting. That helped me. It didn't hurt me. Now, the role models, many of them, are hurting these kids. You got to admit that.
I'm not denying. I have no problem admitting that. I have no problem acknowledging that parents, and it extends beyond the black community, white, Hispanic.
Oh yeah,
Asian,
absolutely.
doesn't matter. I mean, everybody's complaining about it. You're absolutely right. I'm not here to say that you're wrong.
Sure.
I just want you to contextualize things properly. So we're talking about this subject right now, Bill, and you can look at it that way, and you have every right to. I'm not going to knock you for that. But allow me to retort. Let's go into your wheelhouse for a second.
Talk to it.
Right now, we're looking at an unemployment rate in the United States of America that's hovering around 4 to 4.1%. In the black community, it's at 16%. Amongst young black males, particularly between the ages of 16 and 19, for example, I think I read the number at being at about 19.8%.
Okay.
I've often been on the air saying this. When white folks catch a cold, black folks catch pneumonia. It's always worse for us. There's always an uphill battle to climb. So to get to your point, it makes it even harder when other obstacles get in the way that we know would potentially derail, particularly somebody from an African American community on the come up looking for opportunities. But what happens? The music industry comes along and they're talking to you about making money. And here's how we want you to make the money. And so you have young minds that are being influenced, but most importantly, are trying to get a leg up or trying to earn their stripes or trying to find a way to pay their bills and to take care of themselves and their family, et cetera, that are presented with these opportunities. So when you talk about a hip hop industry, you might talk about the artist, and I might say somebody like Bill O'Reilly is informed enough to know it extends far beyond that particular artist, because those artists answer to somebody. Somebody makes those albums, they promote those albums, they market those albums, they disseminate.
Yeah, but the artist is creating the scenario that if you are a certain person, you can use that language. The reason that the minority unemployment is higher,
that's my next question,
is because of the presentation. If you're an African American in this country and you present yourself in a way the employer believes that is going to help the business, you'll get the job.
Not always.
No system is perfect.
Yeah,
but believe me, you have a just as good a chance to get that job, and you don't want to work for a racist anyway.
Of course.
Okay.
Right.
So
of course.
But if you go in and you can't speak English, and you're going the F word every 2 minutes, and you got a tattoo of a panther on your neck, there's a good chance you're not going to get the job.
That is totally true, but that is not a vast majority of African Americans out in this world.
That's true too. That's
and
right.
You have to take that into consideration as well. Now, you might look at some members of the hip hop community, and you might see them acting a certain way, which is unfortunate, and we don't hesitate to call them out for that. But we also see,
and I gotta say, that's on fathers. That's on fathers and mothers. If your child is out there acting like these hip hop songs, that's on you. That's parenting 101. Become a better parent. Disciple better. Get them around good environments, right? Outside of where they're at. Now, I understand some people in the hood, got you. But that's why you have local churches and things of that nature. I don't know your context, but what I'm saying is work harder trying to find a better environment for your child to exist in. I understand you have some different things there. This is when the local church or leaders should be reaching in and shaking hands with those families that need that mentorship, that need that discipleship. It's real simple.
A lot of these hip hop artists doing fantastic things within the community, within the world.
Okay, but that doesn't justify. Look, Jay-Z sold crack. All right, killed people. All right, I have no respect for him. None. Zero.
Well, he's a friend of mine.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm a truthful man. He sold crack.
So am I. So am I.
So if he would come out and he would say, I was absolutely wrong, don't use crack, all right? That was horrible.
And I'm saying to you is you can do two things at once. You can admit exactly what Bill O'Reilly said and then turn around and say, excuse me, This is what I had to do to survive because the opportunities
I don't
weren't
believe
out
that for
there
a second.
me. Well, tell me. You don't believe that?
No,
but as a
because
black
there are
man-
most African Americans don't sell crack.
I understand that, but you're using a specific incident. I'm going to a macro perspective. There are an abundance of situations involving males in the African American community where trying times present themselves and challenges present themselves. I was fortunate and blessed enough to have a mother and a father in the home, Bill. Even
me
though
too.
my father wasn't doing,
And that's why
even though
I feel terrible about the unsupervised children, not just African Americans, but all of them, who get involved with this hip hop, which is going to hurt them. Last question: wouldn't it be better?
Not as simple as that, but okay. But go ahead.
Wouldn't it be better for the world if Motown came back and all of the good songs that we still listen to 50, 60 years later, okay, dominated the music industry and not this other garbage? Wouldn't that be better?
I think a lot of it exists now. You've got a lot of beautiful artists out here. Have you ever listened to Joe? Have you ever listened to Akon? Have you ever listened to an abundance of other guys out there with some great music, some great albums out there, whatever? Everybody can't be Prince, Michael Jackson, the Temptations, the Four Tops. You forgot to mention the Osley Brothers. Let's not forget about them. Teddy Pendergrass, Luther Vandross. You had a whole bunch of artists that were absolutely fabulous.
I gotta stop you there. On Cuomo tonight, if we have time, you asked me about going to the Isley Brothers concert. Okay? I was the only white guy in there. The only white guy.
I remember you told me.
Okay?
I remember you told me that.
And
I remember.
And the crowd.
But see, here's your problem. Here's your problem. You think you're loved because you know, Bill O'Reilly is right and he tells the truth. That's not why you're respected and why you can walk anywhere, even when people disagree with you. Do you know what the real reason is, Bill? Even if we think you're wrong, we know you mean what you say. You believe it. You feel it. We could go on and on about this particular conversation. I could have corrected you on a few things, but I know that your foundation, the foundation of your belief, has some merit, and you're bold enough and brave enough to say it. And
well,
to say
I appreciate the
it rather than
compliment.
hiding behind some curtain. So that's where it comes from. But it ain't because we think you're right all the time. Because
and I don't want you to. I don't want you to think I'm right. I just try to make an overwhelming case, and that's what the Three Americans is all about. That's why it's sweeping the country.
This was a great conversation, guys. It's very quick. A great conversation, amicable, not contentious. They push one another, which is great. I agree with Bill on some points concerning the music. Hip hop does have some type of language. It is, and I'm guilty of listening to it. Man, I put up that man Luda, Buster, man, Buster Luda. Those were Outcasts, 8-Ball, MJG, UGK, Pimp C, Paul Wall, baby. I mean, you see. It's Power Wall, baby. It's man, forgive me, Lord. Forgive me, boy. I mean, Cardi B, when he came out, this song came through dripping, drip. That beat came on, but it took me somewhere. So, y'all, I'm guilty as well. But at the exact same time, I agree with Stephen A. Smith. There's some rock songs, some rock artists that need some help too. I listened to a little bit of rock too back in the day too. Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard. Yep. Bon Jovi. Yep. I did. I listened to a little country too. I do. And some Espanol. Yes, I do. I listen to some reggaeton. I do. And some ballads. I do. I'm an R&B fan. I'm just saying. Hip hop, y'all, we gotta do better. But I ain't gonna lie to you. Them beats come on though, boy. Boy, Lord, forgive me. Lord, I'm trying to work on it, there, guys. Now, lastly, guys, somebody said, lastly, guys, here we go. This last thing we got, guys. Boom, y'all, man. The former White House doctor pleaded the fifth over and over and over and over again. We got to bring in some counsel here, guys. My man Jonathan Turley, a constitutional attorney, liberal, At least he's a liberal. He's a liberal. He leans liberal. He's a libertarian, but he leans liberal. Let's listen to what he has to say concerning what may be happening here. Could the former president, and the White House counsel been in some trouble legally? Let's go.
I must respectfully decline to answer based on the physician-patient privilege and reliance on my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution, on my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution, on my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution, on my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
And so it went for several minutes in a closed-door interview with former President Biden's House doctor at the White House, Kevin O'Connor. Did not answer almost every question posed to him. House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer calling out the complete lack of cooperation after that meeting concluded, investigating Biden's cognitive decline.
I can tell you exactly what happened. Dr. O'Connor pleaded the Fifth Amendment. This is unprecedented. And I think that this adds more fuel to the fire that there was a cover-up.
Okay, Jonathan Turley, Fox News contributor. Sir, good morning to you. Thank you for coming on, Professor. Legally, he can hide behind the Fifth Amendment. Let's talk about the legality of what his answers were first. Go.
Well, you have to keep on repeating that line because you can't get into any answers without undermining your invocation. The question is really what Congress will do about it. They can actually force his testimony by giving him a grant of immunity. Now, the key about the patient privilege is that is often negated in a case of what's called the crime fraud exception. Okay. In fact, even laws like HIPAA have exceptions for subpoenas and criminal investigations. What the Oversight Committee is saying is we're looking into possible crimes here. Wow. You know, these are very serious allegations that even legislation was signed without the knowledge and consent of the president. That can be a crime. There's also questions whether perjury might have been committed. So Congress is in a good position here, but it's likely that O'Connor and maybe even President Biden could go to court to try to prevent even his being compelled to testify.
Okay, didn't the White House the other day say we'll give you all the immunity you want?
Yes, they did.
Isn't that basically what their message was?
Yeah, and I expect that Congress would likely do it as well. They're not trying to bag O'Connor. They're trying to get at the truth here. To keep in mind, Bill, that the 25th Amendment was designed to deal with a president who is no longer capable of carrying out the duties of his office. Right. But it's a bit of a paper tiger. It doesn't work unless you've got the cooperation of figures like the vice president and others. The only other protection we have is congressional oversight, is the ability of Congress to look into these matters. This is long overdue. You know, we had President Wilson, who was effectively out of office when his wife and others were carrying out his functions. He was basically incapable of making any decisions. We really haven't improved much since then.
Wow. Here is, just to go back in the way back.
So again, he's talking about how the House, which I think they're properly doing, is trying to figure out what actually happened, because if we had, and I believe we did, have a president that was incapacitated, not in his right mind, right, to perform at its highest level, that's a problem. So who was, if that's the case, was he even signing the bills? I mean, there was some concern stuff that the Speaker of the House was talking about when he met with Joe Biden one-on-one, and how he was so coddled and protected a lot of the times. I mean, it was very concerning. Everybody saw the debate between him and President Trump. It was terrible. I believe he was going through some elder abuse. They had to force him out at the exact same time. So these are important questions. So this will not happen again, to where it's like the presidency is not a system. It's a person, one person, not a team. It's one person, period. This is why the presidency is so different than the legislative branch and the judicial branch. Both legislative and judicial branch have multiple members with multiple powers, right? They have that. I'm sorry, that multiple members, and each legislative has its own powers, right? But those multiple members can flex those powers. The president is different. It rests in one person, the president. Everybody from the vice president, all secretaries of the cabinet, all subordinates, the the Attorney General, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, all of them flow from the president. They flow through him. He alone is the branch by himself. So I think this is a very important question to actually get asked, because if this man was incapacitated, we got a problem. Who was signing all the legislation? Who signed the pardons? This is important. And why would this former White House doctor, after the immunity after the executive privilege had been waived, why is he pleading the fifth? Why? I don't understand. He's saying doctor client, privileges, but the client waived privileges. So why are you pleading the fifth for? Unless you're hiding something. Just saying, guys. Again, I think this is a great balanced investigation. I believe it is. I'd be screaming the same thing if Trump was incapacitated and this was going on the Republican side. I'd be saying the same thing. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. All right, guys. Well, man, I hope, this was fun. We got to it, guys. Hey, guys, if you want to pick my brain, people like to ask me, hey, Dale, can I pick your brain? Matter of fact, I had to get back with somebody tomorrow. My man, somebody. Anyways, I'm on the app called Monect. It's an app created by Patrick David and his team. Love the app. And if you want to talk to me for a minute, 5 minutes, and just pick my brain to see what's going on, very simple, guys. Scan on this QR code right here. Ask me any question you want. I do respond. I can respond to text messages, phone, video conferences, as well as just a video message. I do all of that very quickly, guys. It's a pretty cool app. If you haven't joined it, go join it. It's a very, very cool app, right? Again, if you want to pick my brain, ask me any question you want about business, finance, relationship, how to solve difficult problems. Hey, let's reason together, guys. All right, let's reason together, all right? And then lastly, guys, also, if you're wanting the free ebook called Distressed Property Investing, guys, very simple. You can get it in 2 different ways. It is completely free. Actually, 3. Number 1, scan on this QR code. It's right there. It can take you to the link, and you get to download it tonight, right? Number 2, right? There's the link is in the show notes below in the description. Click on that link. It sends you to the exact same link. Number 3, if you can do none of those 3, those first 2, direct message me the word real estate, not in the chat, but send me a DM, right? The word real estate, and my team will get you out that link tonight. Very simple. All right, guys. Again, it is a free ebook. Don't want nothing from you at all. Just want to give you this information for free. All right, for free. All right, guys. Well, guys, that's all I had for today, guys. I hope it blessed you. If you could do me a favor again, share this video, like and subscribe to the channel. If I'm giving you some value, if you want me to talk about a topic, let me know below, right? If you want me to talk about a topic, and I'll talk about it as well. Tomorrow, guys, is Real Estate Friday Live. Every Friday at 5 p.m. CST. Cliff and I, your partner and I, we get together and we talk about real estate. We talk about the current market analysis, and also we talk about a strategy that you can use today to make some money today. All right. Here's a little brief peek of what we talk about. Here we go. What's good, baby? It's your boy Dale. I'm back in the saddle again. Our motto is to buy, build. We already bought it already, so we already own it, free and clear. Refi to long-term debt, cash flow. That is the motto. Cliff, man, is that a pretty strong motto, man? What do you think?
Man, the model is strong. Like, you're getting each piece of the invest, right?
Yes, sir. Real Estate Friday Live, guys, at 5 p.m. Come kick it with your partner, Cliff and I. We're going to talk about all things real estate and some crypto and some private equity and financing as well, guys. All right. And if you have a deal, bring your deal, baby. on the right today, right there live on the show, baby, and let you know what's going on. And also, guys, real quickly, we are relaunching a video series, which is pretty cool, guys. We're launching a video series. Let me get rid of this real quickly. Called the Countermove Podcast, the interview series, guys. We did that, and it went extremely well, guys. We've interviewed politicians, multimillionaires, moguls in 7 different arenas, guys. And I wanted to bring it in. Here's what you can expect from this one, guys. Here we go. One of the many questions that I receive is, Liddell, how do I get into those rooms? Well, this interview series is just for you. So welcome to the room.
We on now. They respect us cause we on now. Money up, run the whole town, don't we? This our money can't slow down. Money won't slow down.
Guys, that's the Countermove Podcast, the interview series, guys, and it's coming up in the next couple of weeks. We have a blockbuster interview. We're about to lock it down, right? But a blockbuster interview. And we're going to begin marketing for it most likely next week to build up. It's going to be a live interview, strictly live. And the guest is going to shock you. And you're going to know who it is. He and his team are very well known. And he's in the music industry. Just again, I'll let you guys know, but it's going to be an extremely bombshell type of interview. So I'm going to give you about 2 or 3 weeks to get prepared. Because once you find out who this is, you're going to be like, what the? Yes, sir. But anyways, guys. All right, guys. That's all I have for today, guys. Thanks so much for your time. God bless you. You know I end it every single time before you leave while you can. But you see that thing, baby. Take that picture and give it to your mom and holler at your partner. God bless you guys. See you guys tomorrow on Real Estate Friday Live. All right, guys. Peace.
Okay, so you did fixes and flips first, or were they? Now it sounds like you're more buy and hold. Okay, so you're wholesaling first. Okay,
because I was broke. I had no credit, I had no money, so I had to get some money coming in. So I learned how to do wholesale.
And you were doing wholesaling at the good time too.
2000.
When it wasn't so saturated.
I kind of saw the debacle coming. Okay, it didn't make any sense. I was like, wait a minute, how can you lend out to retail buyers 99.7%?
Yeah,
just a little bit of a down tick. It's insolvent.
And you got to remember, in some states, because I lived in Florida at the time, you could have loan to value above 100% of your property. Right. The first property that I bought, it was 110%. We left the bank with like $30,000.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
It was amazing to me. I was like, why am I not doing this all the time? But then clearly 08, 09 let me know why people shouldn't have been doing that all the time.
08, 09, that's why I made a lion's share of my money.
Wow. Okay.
Actually running from the cows, I was running to it.
Of course.
Because I saw it was coming.
Okay.
A lot of my business colleagues back then were buying flippers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't think it was wise for me to share 50% of my profit with Uncle Sam. He didn't do no work.
Okay.
So why would I give him free money?
Of course.
Okay, how can I make sure I'm still legal, but keep the lion's share of the cash flow?
Of course.
So I began studying the tax code with my accountants and CPAs, and I said, okay, I'm going to buy a whole lot of properties. Now watch this. I actually buy a lot of properties. I take home money when I actually acquire it every single time.
Okay, you need to break that down just a little bit.
If you wanted to know how successful real estate investors make money with their acquired real estate and not when they sell it, click on the link below or swipe up and download our free ebook, Distressed Property Investing. The blueprint is in the ebook. Stay blessed, holler at your partner, and download the ebook today.